Alright, what's up everyone? My name is Nate Reacts and welcome back to the channel. As you guys tell by thumbnail title, today we are going to be reviewing Eminem's latest album, The Death of Slim Shady. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I did not finish the video that I was supposed to record of my reaction to the album. And the reason is because it just wasn't an interesting video. And I kind of decided just to, instead of doing a full 2-hour long video reacting to it and then taking 5-6 hours to edit it down just to get a few views, because most of my viewers aren't even interested in Eminem, I decided just to do a quick review, like just a sit down review, and to kind of switch it up from normal review channels where I kind of just stand in front of the camera and talk about it. Today I'm gonna play some Minecraft. I started a new world and I was like, you know what, why not play some Minecraft and kind of just share my thoughts on the album. So before I start this video, I do just want to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is a very subjective opinion. Nothing I say in this video is objective. All right, if you enjoy this album, for the love of God, enjoy it, keep listening to it and love it. Everything that I say in this video is completely subjective. It is my personal opinion. I don't want people to think that everything I say in this video is me telling you that these are the issues with this album and that's a reason for you not to like it. With that being said, so going into this album, I wasn't really expecting it to be anything like too drastically different from his last album, even though I do know that this was supposed to be like a return to his old ways, even though he kind of claimed that side B of Music to Be Murdered By was supposed to be a callback to his old roots, or to his roots of Slim Shady, but that wasn't really the case. With this album, there was obvious, you know, it was going back and forth with the battle between Marshall Mathers trying to kill Slim Shady and Slim Shady trying to come out and try to get canceled as fast as he can. But the thing is throughout that album, you just kind of get this sense of desperation to be canceled, because for the most part, his whole career blew up from, you know, offending people, which during the time, you know, back in like the 90s and early 2000s, that made sense. There really wasn't anyone outside of maybe shows like South Park that were going down that lane of doing things to solely offend people in a way that was clever and funny. But you know, nowadays we have so many people who do that, whether it be shows and other artists, that not only so many other artists do it, but they kind of do it just better. I mean, look at Tyler the Creator. I mean, a lot of his old albums consisted of saying very offensive things, and it just worked because instrumentally they were very hard, and even lyrically they were very clever. You know, the wordplay was clever, the lyricism was clever on it, where it was offensive but you kind of knew that he didn't mean it, in a way where you obviously knew he didn't mean it, but it was still delivered in a very clever and like tasteful way. But the thing is, with this album, I feel like it lacks that. It lacks that delivery and lacks that tastefulness. It kind of feels like he forces himself to be offensive just for the sake of being edgy, but it just comes off as corny. I mean, for instance, in one of the songs, he kind of goes off, obviously in the Slim Shady voice, saying just a bunch of offensive things in a row, trying to get canceled as fast as he can because Slim Shady wants to get canceled. But the thing is, it just doesn't come off as tasteful. You know, it doesn't come off good. It comes off very corny. It comes off very just cringe, because you could tell, obviously, we all know he doesn't mean what he says, but it just felt so forced, which is something that a lot of people nowadays don't like, you know, and it felt like it was meant to just offend Gen Z, which obviously it doesn't, which also leads to another thing in this album. Like, he has this like imaginary war against Gen Z, which makes no sense because he thinks that Gen Z is like all out to get him and to cancel him, which makes no sense because most people from Gen Z grew up listening to his music also. So it just is very confusing to see him go after a generation that supported him for so many years and kind of like were their introduction to the genre of rap until, you know, they found artists that were arguably better. Instrumentally, like, it's fine. I don't really have a problem with it instrumentally, but outside of the instruments, I feel like there's just too many lines that he focuses more on just rhyming random words together while also just profusively just saying random offensive things that aren't really offensive, or at least don't come off offensive to me. They just come off as very try-hardy and very like desperate attempt to stay relevant, which I don't even think he really needs. He's already the most popular rapper on Spotify. I don't think he needs to do this, you know? We just want music that tells a good story. And I mean, he's proven that he can. I mean, there's songs on the Music to Be Murdered By that have very good story, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a song called Darkness that's on that album or something across the line. And I remember that being a very tasteful song and a very intriguing song. But I feel like on this album, there just isn't much of that outside of maybe one or two songs. While he does have those one or two songs that are, you know, kind of tasteful, the rest of the songs are just like desperate attempts to offend people. And yes, again, I get it, Slim Shady, yada yada yada, but it just feels like he's forcing the Slim Shady act, you know, because really no one asked for him to return to Slim Shady, but you know, he keeps bringing it for no reason. Now really with this album, the only thing I could really complain about is like the lyrics and a lot of like, I don't know, just moments in the album. So the main issues with me, because I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record in this, because really my main issues are genuinely the lyricism and a lot of the bits in the album and the skits that are just very corny and cringy to me. And on top of that, a lot of the flows too are just so outdated. I mean, I feel like he had such a unique flow back in the day, but he kind of gave that up, you know? He kind of gave that up and went for this more very like bland, tasteless, ununique, uninspiring flow with most of his rap. There was moments where you felt the flow of Slim Shady, but I don't know, there was just something missing from it. It kind of felt like a Slim Shady album, but without the sauce, you know? It felt like, this album felt like someone doing a parody of a Slim Shady album, which is not what you want when you're trying to bring back Slim Shady. And maybe it just is because it's such an outdated way to make music, but I don't know. To me, I feel like he could have just done so much more with this album, and it could have really been something amazing, but it just feels like he just didn't really give too much thought to it and kind of just used it more as a scapegoat to milk the Slim Shady era a little bit more before having to, you know, wrap that era of music up. Because let's be for real here, he really did try to bring back Slim Shady for like the past 5 years, even though no one really asked for it, and it just really sucks. Ooh, I can have like a nice bass here, honestly. Ooh, that gives me some ideas. This is the end, like truly the end of Slim Shady, and he's finally like abandoning this alter ego of his that has been pretty outdated since the early 2000s. I wouldn't be mad. I honestly think that's a good thing, because let's be for real here, like I said before, he's been trying to bring back this era of his music for so long, and every single time it just kind of failed. And honestly, if he can kind of leave that all behind and maybe try something new, you know, he tried something new with the Music to Be Murdered By. I will admit it was kind of interesting. Even though I wasn't a fan of the album, it felt cool that he was trying to make a new kind of like alter ego and try to make something, you know, quite unique. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No 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 no. Oh come on, man. I just started building my house. Come on. But yeah, if I had to give a rating on this album, I'm gonna be fair with you. It was not impressive to me, and I don't think I could give it higher than a 3.5 out of 10. Like, I really did wish that this album would be good, but even when Houdini released, I wasn't really impressed with what he was doing, and I felt like it was a major cop-out. And then once he released Toby, right before he released the album, then it was like, okay, yeah, no, this is not going to be a good album, and that kind of just destroyed my hope for this album, you know? But who knows, maybe the next album will be good, maybe it'll be better, we'll see. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. Let me know if you kind of enjoy this, where I review albums and kind of just play video games, whether it be Minecraft or another game. I'm pretty sure this has been laggy the whole time, but I don't know. I can't really tell. Yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. Let me know what else I should react to. Subscribe to the new channel, turn on post notification bell so you are notified every single time I upload. Make sure you go check out my AOTY, my album of the year, relief ranks and reviews and albums, EPs, songs I react to. Make sure you also go check out my second channel. But yeah, Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, wherever you are. I'll see you next time.